Now, years later, suitors started to come. While these suitors were coming, her mother kept rejecting. When she asked her mother, Mama, why are you rejecting my suitors? Her mother will tell her, why are you so adamant? Why are you so stubborn? I have told you countless times, you have to wait until your junior ones be. And after some time, this her suitor waited for her. It did not work. So her suitor have to marry another lady. That was when it pained her so much because she really loved that guy so much. After watching this video, you come to realization that indirectly or directly, most mothers are the cause and the reason why their daughters don't marry on time or don't even get married at all. Most of them know what they are doing. Why most of them don't even know what they are doing? Most of them do it intentionally. Why most of them? It's not intentional. Now, listen to the story of this lady and you come to realize at the end of this story that her mother was intentionally withholding her from getting married. Now, this young lady said while she was in secondary school, she won a competition in her village. And during the course of this competition, that it drew suitors from far and near. So many people came to marry her because she was very intelligent. That she won this competition out of so many competitors that came for this very competition. And this made her to be popular, not just in her village, but in her state. Now, during the course of this thing, her father was still alive. When these suitors were coming, her mother rejected all these suitors. But her father did not know the reason why her mother was rejecting all these suitors. The main reason why her mother was rejecting all these suitors was because she was still tender. And she said yes, that then it was quite understandable that she was quite tender. She was within the range of 14, 15 to 16 years as at then. So she was even too young to marry, according to what her mother said. Years later, her father. Why her father? She tried to get admission into university. But during the course of getting this admission into the university, things became quite difficult for her and her mother because it made life difficult and miserable for them. At the course of this, her mother developed a sickness and things became worse. But it was not that bad because they can still manage. She had younger ones, but they were quite tender. Her mother had her younger brother. After 8 years, her mother had her. So while her mother had her, it was quite difficult for her mother to conceive again, not until after 8 years. So her junior ones were still tender. But yet, it was not enough reason for her mother to do what she did. And her mother used it as an excuse to stop her from getting where she wanted to get to. Now, while she was just hunting for admission into university, she tried to write post-UME at another school and she got admission. But her mother declined and rejected the admission, telling her that the school is very far, that she should look for a school that will be nearer to where they are staying. Now, there is a university in their town, and her mother said that it's either she attend that university or forget going to university. Personally, she said that she don't like the university, but because her mother insisted that she must attend that very particular university, she sat down for the post-UME more than 4 times before she can be able to get admission into the university, because it was quite difficult for her to get admission into university because she cannot sit down and concentrate and read for her post-UME. Reading for her exams were even much difficult for her. But as luck would shine on her, after 4 years, she got admission into university. Now, years later, suitors started to come. While these suitors were coming, her mother kept rejecting. When she asked her mother, Mama, why are you rejecting my suitors? Her mother will tell her, you are too young, you are too naive. How can you leave me and go and marry? Who will take care of your younger ones? That you need to wait, let your younger ones become of age so that you can marry. Because if you marry now, you will take care of them. So at first, her mother made her see reasons with her. At the first and second year, students started coming. But at the 3rd year, while most of her friends are now graduates, most of her friends are now married with children, some and most are even done giving birth. And she's even yet to marry. Not that suitors are not coming. Suitors are coming, but her mother has withholding her from getting married. It became disturbing when she fell in love with a man. She said that, Queenette, I love this man so much. I can't stand even losing this man. So I approached my mother again. Another suitor is coming. I want to marry this man. Her mother raised alarm, started shouting, why are you so adamant? Why are you so stubborn? I have told you countless times, you have to wait until your junior ones become of age before you marry. Do you want to leave me? Do you want me to buy on time just like your father buyed on time? Oh, so you want someone to buy me? Is that your plan? So you plan to buy me? Because if you didn't plan to buy me, you would have listened to me. You have heed to my advice or heed to my instructions. Yes, you kept insisting that you must marry. Now it turned on her that her mother didn't want her to marry at all. So she called her mother one night and asked her, Mama, is it that you don't want me to marry at all? Or there is a reason behind you stopping me from getting married? Her mother told her, there is no reason behind it. I just don't want you to marry now. I want you to marry once your junior ones are of age. You know, you gave them a very big gap and the gap is too much. How can I cope? So she said that was when she now saw reasons with her mother, according to what she said. She said, okay, Mommy, I will speak with my suitor. If he can accommodate all of us or accommodate my little ones, the ones that are still tender, I can go to my husband's house with them. Will you agree? The mother said no problem. Now she spoke to her suitor and her suitor said no problem. I don't have any problem being in the same house with your junior ones. But when she now broke the news to her mother happily, her mother raked. How dare you? This and that. I will not agree. I want another man to train my children. How can they be in another man's house? Who will take care of them? Who will look after them? Who will not be the mother? You at a young age. How will you not be the mother to these young boys and young girls? This and that. That was when it dawned on her that her mother did not even want her to marry at all. That all this one she's saying is just blasphemy. She does not want her to marry at all. The man has volunteered to take care of I and my junior ones. So what is the problem again? It was at this point that she knew that the mother does not want her to marry. And after some time, this her suitor waited for her. It did not work. So her suitor had to marry another lady. That was when it pained her so much because she really loved that guy so much. She really loved that guy so much. Now, after exactly 6 months, another man came. But she said that this man based abroad. And even though he based abroad, his home of residence is at Lagos. But he's someone that travels abroad and come back. Now, she thought of how to approach her mother with this man now. She did not know. She now asked her mother's friend to go and please talk to her mother. It was then that she narrated everything her mother has been doing to her friend, because her friend did not know what her mother has been doing to her. She said that the day she was narrating these things to her mother's friend, that her mother's friend was just shouting and calling her name. Are you sure this is true? Did the mother really do this? Are you sure? And she said, yes. This is what she has been doing to me since all these years, right before our father died. And the woman said no problem, that she will talk to the mother. Now, this one talked to the mother. The mother calmed down and agreed, accepted with the woman. No problem, that she will allow her daughter to marry. That no problem. She said that the day her friend approached her about the thing, that her mother was so ashamed of herself and could not give any reasonable reason. The only thing she said was that once my first daughter married, the burden of this house will be so much on my shoulder. But her husband has assured that he will take care of these children, no problem. Now, while all these things were going on, the woman does not know. The woman, that is the mother, did not know that the said husband, his residence is at Lagos. The said husband, his residence is at Lagos. Now, when the mother has agreed for her to marry, and she now asked her, where is your husband's residence? And she told her mother, Lagos. Bam! That is the last straw that broke the camel's back. The mother said, Lagos? I'm even managing to consider you to marry. And you are saying that your husband based at Lagos. Tell your husband, it is either he brings down his home of residence to our town, or he should leave marriage. And this is just the main issue. The mother insisted that the husband, that is her suitor, must bring down his residence down to their town, or forget marrying her. Everybody has tried to make sense with this woman, but she's not even trying to listen to anybody at all. She has been crying and wailing that she will suffer, that the said suitor should come down to their town and rent a house or buy or build a house before she can be able to allow her daughter to get married to him. And this has been the case. Now this lady is confused. Is it that my mother don't want me to marry at all, or is there another reason why she doesn't want me to marry? Because it is really scary. How can your daughter, guys have been coming for her hand in marriage since she was in her teens and you refused? Now she's even in her 20s. This lady said that she's currently 28 years old. Currently, she is 28 years old and her mother has refused for her to get married. Not that suitors have not been coming, they have been coming. Please, she's asking, should she still listen to her mother or should she run to this man? Because she said, Queen, is that I run to this man or I open my legs, you just pregnant me. I thought, so this is why I brought this case to you guys. Please be the judge over this case. Should she run to this guy or should she still listen to her mother? Please, your opinion is highly needed in this case. Kindly drop them in the comment section. My name is Queenette. See you in the next story. Bye for now.